Welcome viewers to the Early Game Daily News. I'm your host, John, and I'm filling in this week from your usual host. We've got lights, we've got cameras, jackets too big, shoes too big, but we've got great news for you today. We've got Battlefield, we've got Battlefront, or is there a Battlefront? Halo, and we're even going to end on a special gaming chair from Hendrick's Gin. Yes, you heard that right, Hendrick's Gin. Let's get on with the news. Halo Infinite, the game that you've been loving, and you've had the multiplayer to play so far, but what about the campaign? What about the story? What happens to John, Spartan 117? Well, the opening cinematic has been leaked online. We're not going to give too much away, but it's safe to say they've borrowed just a sprinkling from Destiny. Now, you'll remember this is where most of the original Halo team went to go and work, so no doubt they've probably thought there are good ideas over there, and they're probably right. It does look exciting, but we're not going to spoil it here. But more excitingly on the Halo Infinite front, they're working on a separate Halo game alongside Infinite.
You do expect 343 to make another game that's not Halo Infinite, right?
No, I haven't heard that, but I have heard they've got another project they're working on right now.
Okay.
That isn't Halo.
What could this be, you might be asking yourself? Could it be Halo Wars, the boring little strategy Halo game that never quite got off the ground? No. More excitingly, we suspect, this is just a leak or a rumor, we suspect this. We think it could be Halo Battle Royale. Why? It's not unsubstantiated, it's not nonsense, there's a good reason as for why, and I'll tell you now. The reason is, we heard the original Halo commentator, double kill, triple kill, killionaire. We heard him say, in his iconic voice,
Battle Royale.
Oh, dulcet tones, we love that voice. Is that the next Halo game? You tell us. So, our next bit of news, we went from a fantastic game that you're loving to a game that maybe you're not loving so much. Battlefield 2042, we were so excited for it, we were hyped, we were ready for it to take over and be the shooter that would beat Call of Duty, but unfortunately it seems like it didn't quite work out, and it is one of the worst rated games on Steam of all time. The review bombing may be undeserved, but if you're a Star Wars fan, you're probably involved in hating on this game because Battlefield 2042 and Battlefields in general might be the reason that Star Wars Battlefront 3 has been cancelled. Our favourite leaker, Tom Henderson, who you will have heard of if you watch this show, recently gave us the news that Battlefront 3, the Star Wars franchise, was cancelled because it has to sell 20% more than a Battlefield would to make up for the licensing costs. Therefore, EA decided, scrap that, not worth it, let's think about the wah-wah. And instead, they've decided to go with Battlefield, a new one to take over after Battlefield 2042. Upsetting for Star Wars fans, upsetting for everyone really. Not a good day for shooters. Let's move to our next piece of news. GTA, the trilogy that was remastered recently. It didn't look very good, and you can see that just here. In fact, it looked very poor. But if you do own it, GTA have not just pulled those remasters from the store, but they said if you did buy it, they're going to give you the original. So you're getting a 20-year-old game, and you might have paid 60 or 70 bucks for it. A little bit awkward for Rockstar, but at least having a better day than Activision. Let's move on to the next piece of news. Hendrick's Gin, the company that make it's a high-range botanical gin, have made a gaming chair, but it's not the kind of PC gaming chair you might imagine that looks like a sort of 12-year-old's dream of a chair. Instead, it's far more classy, more refined, more debonair. It is the gaming chaise longue. It's a $4,000 chair though. That's really the catch here. You're not going to be able to afford this if you're the kind of person who's going to be sprinkling Doritos over the seats and downing Mountain Dew as you play Fortnite. Maybe you are, we shouldn't judge. Maybe you're a millionaire that made it through a rare Bitcoin purchase in the early 2000s, but we think for most of you, this is going to be out your price range. We don't know really who this is for, but we love that it exists and we wish it was ours. That's been your daily gaming news. I've been your host, John. It's been wonderful, viewers. I can't wait to be here with you this week. I hope you enjoyed my makeup, hair. I look more presentable than last week. I'm in a shirt. I'm ready to go. I can't wait to see you again tomorrow. Have a good day.
Subscribe thing,
subscribe here. Subscribe to me. And ding.
Daily.
We're here daily. We're here daily for you. In our hearts and now on your YouTube app.
All right, let's go.
Okay, perfect.